Network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back, everybody. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. We are live at Big Boy in Rochester, right on Rochester Road and M59. My name is Neal Ruhl. That guy is the very, very full Darren McCarty. Strawberry waffle on top of the hash browns, on top of the eggs.
And the bacon.
And it's how he rolls.
Representing because no Spencer Raxter today.
So D-Mac's going to eat all the food.
So I had to step up for him, but good to see you, Neil. Who else we got here
tonight?
Oh,
yeah, and you know Uncle T is here in the building as well. Terry Foster, he'll be eating all the onion rings. What's that?
I don't know if my mic is on.
Oh, yeah, we got you.
Is it on? All right, cool.
We got you.
Hey, you know what we got to do later?
Get the onion rings.
Onion rings.
I'm looking is that the end of the show? Maybe last segment, onion rings with Tower with T-Foss. He could have onion rings when he's giving his story.
Well, he said it too. Big Boy, best onion rings in the onion ring game. That's fact, not opinion.
Well, actually, someone else said it, but I'm going to second that emotion.
So there you go. We got a big-time football show lined up for you guys here today. It's going to be wall-to-wall football. That's just the way that it is. Lots of Lions, lots of college football. We got Nickle package in there. We have Lions Vikings preview. I have a What If Friday. I have some What If questions for these two gentlemen right here that are.
And is today a Get Right Friday?
I have a Get Right that I'm
I wasn't talking about
really
you. I want to
on.
get right today. I want to apologize to Darren McCarty.
Okay.
Who is an institution in this town, and I hadn't seen him in a few years. And the first thing I say to this guy after seeing us is, when did you turn into my grandmother?
but to be fair, though, as you can see with the as we age, we have to wear spectacles. I do have the ones that used to clip on that you can wear around your neck because you don't lose them. So
and he had the cute little string or whatever that is.
Yeah, all that stuff was. I accept your apology.
Thank you.
See the picture I sent you yesterday, hanging downtown with your boy Zeke?
Yes.
I was downtown. Shout out to the Detroit Titans and my buddy
Lord?
Dan Kennedy. I saw Earl the Twirl Curtin down there too. Doc McKinnon was down there. Getting ready for another season and love sports in the city. But Isaiah was in town. Said some very nice things about you, Terry. So keep them to myself.
He always says nice stuff about me. I don't understand it, but I'll take it.
Some of us don't. 248.
Remember, you guys can get involved in the show as well on a woodwardsports.com chat. Go ahead and jump in there. Get your thoughts out there. Detroit Dabber 313, the institution that he is, says, what up, though? Happy Friday to everybody. And again, we're locked. We're loaded. We are ready to go live at Big Boy out here in Rochester. It's loaded fries and burger season, by the way, and it's always shake season. Fish is in the back over there. He's knocking down a shake already, but he's a bit perplexed about USA. The USA national team played Japan this morning in a friendly, T-Foster, called Friendlies.
Did they lose?
They did.
Okay. I really don't care. Whatever.
Right. Jack Harrington says, Neal, I can't wait to hear Flannel Sam talk about how Tennessee is back if they beat Florida. LMAO. Well, he did tell you Nebraska's back, and he was absolutely 100% correct in that assessment as the coach got fired. Nine Drinks says, Spencer, we're supposed to eat four orders of loaded baked potato fries. Yes, Spencer's back in the studio today. D-Mac ate every single breakfast item they have here. I'll tell you guys this. And you guys know the story. D-Mac and I have known each other for a while. We worked together in a past radio life together. He is still and perpetually and will always be a 12-year-old child. He wants breakfast for every meal. He's always going to get the strawberry waffle on top of the bread. You're a breakfast animal, aren't you?
Animal.
So I don't do you do the breakfast all day, T?
Not all day, but I do breakfast.
You do breakfast.
I like going to places that have really good breakfast. You know, I don't. Unless I'm making my oatmeal at home, I don't want to go to a place that just slaps an egg on a plate and says, here's your breakfast. I want something good.
I guess the question would be, do people like trying different things? Do they have like 4 or 5 different breakfast places they go, or do they go to the same one? Do we go to Big Boy every Friday? Is that more, or every Sunday for the buffet? Is that more of what it is? And as you see, the buffets are back.
100%.
The buffets are back,
and everybody's rocking and rolling. And yeah, the breakfast thing seems to be like the institution. I think people have their breakfast spots that they go to. And, Big Boy being one of them, obviously.
Big Boy's mine, for sure. Definitely mine. Because you know why? You know why? This is the most important part of the breakfast meal to me, is when I ask for my bacon well done, and it comes to the perfect. I judge you by your bacon. And
how well done it is.
But just if you, and if you do it right, where you understand, where the cook understands that this is a guy that likes his bacon well done, and Big Boy consistently gets it right.
They do.
You know what? We may not get along during breakfast. I like my bacon a little bit chewy.
Well, good. You can order your own. Yeah. I mean, that's why we don't.
You guys won't be sharing
I gotta
plates.
eat your chewy bacon. I'll just order my own.
We will not be, but it may serve as different personalities. We
there
like
you
our
go.
bacon different.
There you go.
Nicholas Duncan, our Woodward Sports chat thread. Big Boy's onion rings make my taste buds sing. So you're not alone, T-Foss. There's a lot of people out there that do like it.
I kept telling you guys to fall asleep on the onion rings, but nobody listens to me.
AC had a question for me. Neal, are you watching the Game of Thrones spinoff? I am not, nor will I.
Why?
Because I'm not. Jack says, Jack says, Neal, is your get-right pick Tennessee this Saturday? No, it is not. I have conviction with this one. This is a top 5 get-right that I'm on, and I'm really feeling this one. Really feeling it.
You are?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. We have a new segment, too, that we'll be doing. We have a pick'em contest going on. It'll be us 3 and our good buddy Ryan Palter from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi. The Pigskin Pick'em Cup is up for grabs. Feldman Chevrolet sponsoring a cup for that. So the winner between us 4.
Is this a travel trophy, or does it stay in the office?
Well, it's your trophy. You get to do what you want with it.
Okay.
I'll take it home and put it on the fireplace, and then my wife will tell me to take it down and put it in the garage, and that's how it'll work.
I don't think we have. I asked you this. How many fireplaces does a 2-furnace place have?
Just one fireplace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you turn on the fireplace last night, or the furnace?
I did not.
Yeah, we turned ours on.
I turned mine on this morning before I left.
Did you? No, we did not, because as there was enough heat built up from the windows, from the sun coming in the windows, that it was all right.
All right. I could have gone without the furnace last night, but the wife was cold, so I had to do it.
All right. Well, there you go. She always wins. Looted corpse. Neal has a fireplace. Yes, I do. But yeah, Detroit Lions, Minnesota Vikings. Hey, it gets real, guys. The season gets and it's amazing the power of one win. One win has changed the entire complexion. And Terry, you had a critical question that you sent a couple minutes before the show. Ask the people the question.
All right, here's my take on this. Are we overreacting to the Lions being 1-1? I mean, I hear things like they've arrived, they've turned the corner, here they come, they're about to roll. But I was looking at the standings. 18 teams in the National Football League are 1-1. So,
hello, guys.
I mean, is everybody else
does everybody
this excited?
Remember when the first win was last year?
It was November.
It was December, bro.
I know, but you don't.
So overreact.
You don't have a franchise.
I don't think it's overreacting. I think it's just the fact is that you did what you needed to do, and I go back to most people that had this team with 7, 8, or 9 wins had them at least at 1-1 after the first 2 weeks, 2-2 after week 4. Right? This is just like more of a bonus game. Every game means something. I'm not happy that Minnesota got decimated on national TV and Dalvin Cook didn't get to touch the ball, because I think that we're going to get a whole dose of him, but we'll talk about that when we get to the game. But I just think to enjoy where we're at, because it's different and we've earned it. And like Dan Campbell said, is that, hey, it's nice to get the first win off the books this early. December last year, Terry. Can we just take this small victory?
Are we to celebrate a franchise that's been so pathetic?
Yeah, small
that they
victory.
win their first game in December, and then
because it's different. Thank goodness it's different. That's what we want, isn't it?
We don't know if it's different.
It's different from last year because you won earlier. So that's different. The smallest little iotas of difference do not have the same old Lions.
You know what? I'm not saying same old Lions. Here's what I ask, and this is the thing that nobody can do. Hold the Detroit Lions to the same standards you do the Pistons, the Red Wings, and the Tigers. The fact that they're 1-1 is beautiful. But I just think this town is just overreacted like, oh, damn, here we are, man. This team is good.
Well, in our Woodward Sports chat thread, I think they say it very well, T. Foss. It's Ludicorp says it's not that we're 1-1. It's the fact that they scored over 28 points in 2 consecutive weeks. And Ransom says it's not an overreaction when you score 35-plus multiple games. And you know what, T. Foss? I think they're right.
Give up 30-something points.
I think they're right.
When I keep hearing this, to win in sports, you have to have a good defense.
Yeah, but why are we getting all ahead of ourselves when these are the true facts, right? These are the true facts about putting the points up.
Yeah.
I think if there is overreaction, that's what you say it is. It's because we're noticing things that are being done differently. We just got a guy that set an NFL record. We got some continuity. We have an offense. Yes, our defense and all that, but we're gonna find out exactly what you have defensively. You're going against 2 of the best receivers in your division. If not the 2 best, in Thielen and Jefferson this weekend with this defense. So but baby steps, bro. Baby steps are putting points on the board. Baby steps are enjoying these wins. Baby steps being 1-1, and baby steps are having a win in the month of September.
T-Foss, normally I'd be with you.
Warm.
Right? Normally I'd be with you, right? The analytical, let's look at the big picture. Let's see how it all plays out. But I always go back to Eddie Murphy in Delirious, in his famous stand-up Delirious, when he says, if you're starving and somebody throws you a cracker, it's the best cracker you've ever eaten in your life.
I've heard that.
And that's what this is now. And look, T-Foss, I'm going back to basics, man. I'm going back to the fundamentals.
Back to basics.
They're 1-1. And this kind of plays into the bit next segment. They're 1-1, but they got a shot to do something. Are they a big underdog in the game? Yeah, they're a big underdog in the game. But it's something, T-Foss. That's why when you're so desperate, again going back to last year and beyond, we haven't had this in a very long time. This is a meaningful game in September. This is me talking. And yes, the same guy that said Washington was a must-win or the season's over, but that's the nature of the NFL. That's the way the NFL works, where things change, and they change quickly. And it's changed quickly for the Lions.
No, and it has. And we could be here.
And it could quickly change
back.
We
could be here Monday, and it could be a 41-14 game or something that we just get annihilated.
Yeah. And then I'm back here saying, if you lose to Seattle, it's over again.
Or what if? Right? It all depends, I guess, on your expectations. And I guess my expectations, am I seeing things that are different? Right? So it's not same old Lions, and I am.
Well,
and I'm eating crackers, T. I'm eating crackers.
Let's see them win on the road. That's
another test. There's so many.
That is the big test, winning on the road.
Win on the road in your division against the top team.
Because a lot of young players look great at home. They say, oh, man, this guy's a world beat. You put them on the road, they look awful. So I want to hold off, see what they look like in Minnesota, and then we'll see what happens.
To your point, T, right? Because we saw 2 home games, and those crowds at Ford Field were awesome. Right? So now going to hostile territory, you're dealing with, do you have to deal with the silent count and there's so many different levels to this. But to Neal, to your point, early in the season, isn't it nice to be excited about it or nervous or whatever, whether you don't think they're going to win or you have some confidence? I don't see anybody overconfident, like saying, oh, we're going to go in there and run them over.
For me, it's not so much the Lions. It's the fact that it's the Vikings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you never know what. And, the Vikings could put it on them. Absolutely. We've seen that Vikings team, but we've also seen that Vikings team we saw Monday night.
Yeah.
And it's the opponent that gives me chance, or gives me a reason to think that they have a chance. Angelito Leon says flip-flopping. Neal, I don't think I'm flip-flop. I think I've explained it to everybody what the deal is. This is the nature of the NFL season.
You got what new information?
Yeah,
right?
and
Isn't that a perfect Sam Flannel with new information?
Right.
You could change your opinion.
Absolutely.
They won.
Hey.
You can get on board.
Right, absolutely. And hey, what if, we're talking about what ifs, which we will in the next segment, what if summer was over but you still enjoyed the official drink of summer? What if?
Right.
Because the mulligan made with Gypsy Vodka is still out there, everybody. It's still going. You can pick it up at Total Wine if you want. You can still have it on the golf course. I know D-Mac will play 30 more rounds of golf before this thing's all over. And the mulligan is out there for you guys to still consume. Made with Gypsy Vodka, of course, a Petoskey company. So support local Michigan companies. Support Gypsy Vodka. Drink the mulligan. Again, available at a Total Wine store near you. As always, hey, they're 8%. I do have to give that warning out there. They are 8%, so step lightly, but still, it's the mulligan. Made with Gypsy Vodka. As always, drink responsibly.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
For a limited time only, all new burgers and loaded fries at Big Boy. It's not a Slim Jim, it's the Big Jim. The chili cheese is such a tease. Guess what else is new? The bacon blue. How about upgrading those fries? Chili cheese fries, baked potato fries, nacho fries. What will it be? Satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Neal Ruhl here for Swiss Insurance, and we know it. It's football season. There's nothing better on a game day than a rocking tailgate. But with all that fun comes responsibility, too. Host liquor liability is an important coverage when hosting a high school, college, or pro tailgate. Let Mark at Swiss Insurance worry about those details for you. Make sure you're protected so you can enjoy the big game with Swiss Insurance. Off and running here live at Big Boy, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, T-Foss, Terry Foster in the house, Sam Flannel, and Stick over here on the ones and twos. Happy to have you all with us talking lots. Football. Rich Diana says must have a mulligan now. You can. Absolutely you can. Feel free to go ahead and do that. But I did tease the fact that it's a what-if Friday here. And I think our conversation leads to a very good entry point. What if the Lions win? What if they win this game? For real. What if they win this game, Terry? Because, you're saying, hey, maybe we need to pump the brakes, and maybe you're right. But, T, what if they win?
If they win, I would say, and this is my own little thing, you have more reason to be excited because they won a road game. And I know Minnesota can be up and down, and you never know which team is going to show up. But if you win on the road against Minnesota, I would say that's legit. And that makes you a dangerous team, a very dangerous team.
I'll put you on the top of your division, and it would more so maybe turn heads across the league that you are more legit. Maybe it would tell the fan base that we got something going here, but then I look at it as, okay, you have to build into it, and again, because then the next game is back at home against a team you're supposed to win, so there's also to learning into taking care of games you're supposed to. But if they do, then maybe things are cooking ahead of schedule. I think what we see the offense is, they're not going to always put up 30-some points, but you can see that they are effective and they have something there. What we don't know is really what this defense is, and in order to win, we're going to have to, be able to at least shut teams down, at least keep teams to field goals, and right now we can't do that. So, but you definitely, I think more so is you might get the attention across the league a little bit more. People talking about Hard Knocks again and about, getting some shine in there. So the biggest thing is to be 2-1 in 3 games and winning a game on the road. Like Terry said, we said before, in a hostile environment that you're not supposed to win. That's different too. They're added to why not the same old Lions.
Our Woodward Sports chat, Jay Wilfan says, Neal, when did 5.5 points make a team a big underdog? Not like Maryland, Michigan. That's a big underdog. No, that's a team that doesn't have a chance. in the football game. And yet, anytime you got to lay minus 250 on the money line or your return on the money, and guys, remember, this is to win the football game. You're getting better than 2-1 on the Lions. That's a big underdog, man. That's a big underdog in a National Football League game. But anyway, with all that being said, as you go through it, and I construct that, D-Mac, with the what if. If they win this football game, they go on the road, and they beat the Vikings, and I know it's 3 games in, but you're sitting at the top of the division, right? I mean, you are. You're sitting at the top of the division. That is the what if. What if they win? I think Monday on this network, in this town, we will be off the chains on Monday. Everybody will. And how could you not be? Because, look, as I've said, and I got called a flip-flopper or whatever, but that's because stakes change as the season progresses. I, again, have to be consistent. And the bottom line, the moral of the story, what if they win? Then they're in first place in the division, Terry. 3 games into the season, yes, I understand, but that's what it is. And you got Seattle coming into town with a very, very good look at being 3-1. That's what if, man. It gets real, Terry. If they win this game, it gets real here.
The Seattle game is going to be important, too, because normally what happens with the Lions, we keep talking about same old Lions, they'll win at Minnesota and come back and lose at home against Seattle. That's why I want to see where this team is after 4 games, because I've seen the Lions start 6-2. I've seen the Lions thrash Denver 40-6. I've seen this.
They started
before.
6-2. They still went to the playoffs that year.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
No, they missed it. They finished 1-7. They missed the playoffs.
Oh, you're talking about the call. I thought you were talking about before. My bad.
No, they missed the playoffs.
Gotcha. They did start 6-2 and got in at 8-8 that one year. Remember? Then they had to go to Washington.
I knew it was over. That was the year Mike Fury said, as he left the locker room, "Media, you can kiss our ass." And as soon as he said that, I said, they're not making the playoffs. Because that's what the Lions do. The Lions have to remain focused. If they get all caught up in everything, it will be a disaster.
Ransom says, shoot, we'll be off the chains directly after the game on our Woodward Sports chat thread. Daniel Bridger, Detroit will be like dogs off the leash. Andrew says, Monday will be a party. And D-Mac, it will be.
Yeah, but I think, Terry, am I hearing you correctly? You're more where I am. It's like, I'll be excited. Like you said, Sunday night, you'll be happy and stuff like this. But then you'll get into, how am I going to do the same old Lions? How am I going to do what I've seen in the past? Do something that you're not supposed to do, like start 6-2 and then blow up, right? Like to go into that.
I've heard so many times in this league, you take it in 4-game increments.
Quarters, yep.
Yeah. So all I'm saying, I want to see where they are after 4 games.
Right, which this would put them in the position to be 3-1, which put them ahead of schedule, which then you could almost do a mini quarter. We'll be at what game? 19 to 20 on 2021 by then, and you'll know more about this team. This weekend will tell you more about this team because it's like, frankly, 5.5 points, whatever. If it's not a huge underdog or whatever, you still have a shot to win the game. But going into Minnesota, because that's a hostile environment. Yeah. They bang drums and stuff and look like
that
Vikings.
Stupid horn. That stupid horn they have.
That thing
man.
Is worse when you hear it in person.
Oh my God!
I can't stand it.
I hate the Minnesota Vikings, man. I hate the Minnesota Twins, the Minnesota Vikings, that stupid Metrodome they played in. Remember when the Twins would play there and they'd chop the ball into the ground and it'd bounce up to the roof?
Did you see they put fake snow in the Metrodome now? Or not the Metrodome, in the new stadium where the Vikings play. They do fake snow from the top inside the building.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
man.
I just saw.
How stupid, dude.
That is dumb.
That's one of the dumber things I've ever heard of in my life.
Now, do they lower the temperature to 25 in the building too,
or
what do
I
they
don't
do?
know.
I just saw.
That'd be like coming to Big Boy and not upgrading and loading your fries. Who's going to do that? Of course you're going to do.
I don't know.
Only Minnesota would do something stupid like that. I just don't. I don't like the Vikings.
Let me say they're pretty dumb in Cleveland too, so they can do things there that are ridiculous.
Yeah, I just don't like the Vikings. Really don't like the Twins. Was glad to see that Metrodome be imploded.
That brings up a good segment, though. Like, hey, Sam Flannel, write this down for a future one. Sounds like a Spencer. What are the worst gimmicks? Like, the gimmicks in sports like that you hate, like the horn here in Minnesota, stuff like that. The
Metrodome as a whole was one of the worst gimmicks. And you remember that though, when they would play them and they had all those guys that could run fast and they'd literally like chop the ball into the ground and it'd bounce high in the air and then everybody was safe.
I just remember the outfield plexiglass looked like a hockey. It just reminded me of like hockey rink in the outfield.
Yeah, they had the Hanky Dome there.
See, but going back to the Lions, OT, this is why I'm more into it than normally I would be, and it's a factor, and it's a big factor for me. I know you hate it, but the direction of the franchise from a financial standpoint is something that we've never seen here before. We've never seen it. I know you hate it. I know you don't care.
No, I care. I just hate it.
Whatever.
Get it right, Neal.
No, but this is an added element.
He knows he's locked in.
This is an added element for me, though. Why? Because it is new to see. Because people say, what's changed? And I see it on here. Like Ludacorp says, I want to drink the Kool-Aid so bad. And also says, I'm going to get hurt again. But I know that even through all of that, regardless of what happens, they still got $90-ish million in cap space in 2024.
You just nailed it. Lions liquor. Lions are liquor. Lions are liquor. You're gonna keep drinking. You're gonna give you a hangover.
You know what? Yeah. We're adults now. Why do we keep talking about Lions Kool-Aid? Let's do Lions liquor.
That's
if they're really good.
The Lions whiskey. Yep.
Right.
Hey, you're bourbon lovers. You guys are always fawning over it. It's bourbon. It's that and you like the taste, and it's your guilty pleasure. Right, and stuff like that. So you just need it, but you know that it's going to give you a headache until you figure out how many waters to mix in.
But you're having fun on your way to getting the headache.
Okay, but don't you guys mix in waters and stuff like this, sort of to cut it? And...
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a sissy. Yeah, but I like old fashions too.
No, but doesn't that help with the next day?
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. So that's not sissy. So you're trying to ease the blow.
You're just playing to play defensively, offensively.
Yes. Yes. See, now you're thinking like a true addict, Neal.
Yeah. No, it is. It's just for me, and Chuck says it very well here on our WoodwardSports.com chat thread. It feels like there's a plan, and it feels like they're thinking 2 or 3 steps ahead,
which we haven't seen before.
And that's why it's different. That's why it's different. Now, does that mean if they lose, I'm out? Or no, it doesn't. Does it mean if they win, they're going to the playoffs? No, it doesn't. But it does feel it's nice for my friend Dennis, my terminal Lions fan friend. He is so excited.
Realize when we're doing these analogies, it's almost like I got the clock right, and then but each season it's like a storyline, right, or like a movie or whatever. The Detroit Lions might be taking us on a bachelor party. Right? They might, that's what it sort of feels like. And you know what? Sometimes, and we all know this, right? When you're having a good time, you're out on the boat or you're golfing or something like this, and you're having a good time, but you realize the fun has to end, right? And you realize that you're on the other side of it. Do you continue the fun, right?
Yeah.
Or suffer the consequences? That's where we're at. We just don't know what the consequences is. We don't know what the fun is yet, but it could be getting to be bachelor party time.
Detroit Dabber 313 at our Woodward Sports chat thread. Lions Everclear. Ooh.
No. Have you had Fernet?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's awful. No Lions Fernet
or Everclear.
Everclear. No.
God, it's like, oh my God, like the sides of my tongues are. Oh God, that stuff.
We used to infuse the Everclear with the cannabis, and that's a different experience also.
Let's get off this. Neal Ruhl, speaking of that kind of stuff, let's take a look at ourselves. A sports marketing agency. They help spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse, and their podcast is called This is the F Word. It's a series on fentanyl and the other addictions that are plaguing our communities right now as we speak. Go to thesportsma.com. Again, that's thesportsma.com if you're struggling. Or you know what? If somebody you know is struggling, thesportsma.com, sports marketing agency, they're here to help.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Hi, my Diamonds, it's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Detroit's downtown summer playground is back. Open all summer long, the Monroe Street Midway. Enjoy roller skating, free Wi-Fi, food trucks, art installations, and so much more. Don't forget to take advantage of the basketball court, putt-putt, and, of course, family programming all summer long. All art installations are done by Detroit artists, and it's a fun, safe event from people 1 to 100. Go to deckedoutdetroit.com.
Neal Ruhl here for the Foaling Warehouse. It's going to be alive tomorrow, Detroit City FC home match. So get down, do yourself a favor. Get down to the Foaling Warehouse pre-match before Detroit City FC match. It is popping. They do the fan march to the match from Foaling all the way over to Keyword. That guy, Darren McCarty, has taken part in it before. It's the home of the original football game. Bowling pin game called Foaling. 2 ways to play, unlimited open play. You can reserve lanes as well for up to 10 people. Here's one of my favorite parts about it, and it doesn't have anything to do with Foaling. The $2 mystery beer vending machine. You put in $2, who knows what you're going to get. I know it'll be a hitter, though, because it always is. No fuss needed, to quote the great Spencer Raxter. Multiple full bars, open bars as well. So out there, you can get what you want. If you want something in particular, that's how you can operate. But if you're a man of the people, give that mystery. Hey, guys, they have a craft beer mystery vending machine, too. Yeah, I said it. I've used it before. It's it. That's absolutely the way to go. Check out more at foldingwarehouse.com. I'm saying, I was just letting the people know, man. I like the people at Foaling. Back at it here live. I like the people at Big Boy, too. We are live at Big Boy in Rochester. Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, Terry Foster here as well. It's loaded fries and burger season here at Big Boy. You already know. We may have a loaded fry appearance, from what I'm told. So we'll have to give you the results of that when we get that out here. I'm getting a lot of credit in the Woodward Sports chat thread for a great transition. Wendy Espinoza, great transition. Dr. Dirty D, what a transition. Hey, man, years of experience, dude. You make anything work, right?
That's called being a pro.
You tickled yourself, didn't you, D-Man?
I did, and then I had to hold it in because I didn't want to be disrespectful. but what did you say to me? I still live back there, like, because it reminds me, and I think it's important, and it's okay not to be ashamed of where you've been. Be proud of where you've come from, but it's okay to go back and remind you of what you don't want. For me, it reminds me what I don't want or I don't need all those other times. But I do need those glasses, T. I got to go look into. I got to ask Mama where I got those.
I wanted to make fun of you.
You always, but you are. You know what? That's the one thing I think our relationship throughout the years. You've always that's sort of always been your introduction to me. Is he always throws the first.
Right.
He always throws that first little sparring, jab. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so, but
It's
that's
a
what I
little
love.
jab that misses the chin, though.
No, exactly. It's just, hey, buddy, pal.
Oh,
Here's
boy,
a little
look
one.
at this,
You can
D-Mac.
just feel the air going by.
I told you
What
it was
happened?
loaded fry season. Burger and loaded fry season here at Big Boy. The nacho fries are here. The Big Jim. The Big Jim. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Unbelievable.
We are ready to go.
It's all good.
We're going to be getting into that. There is no question about that.
I'm an onion ring guy. I always have the big boy and onion rings. That's what I want.
But we are talking Detroit Lions against the Minnesota Vikings and nacho fries, man.
Nacho fries.
Who says no? Who says no?
Look at that.
Nobody says no. Sorry, T-Foss. Sorry you're over there on the island, man.
That's all right. I'll survive.
You will survive. Yeah, D-Mac, 12-year-old child, man. As always, I love it.
D-Mac just had breakfast like 15 minutes ago?
I'm carb loading, Terry.
Okay.
I love it, though.
I guess it's my cheat day.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. You guys are getting out of pocket right now. Kevin and Muskegon, no, it's Lion's Malt Liquor. Lewis M., grow up, guys. It's Honolulu Blue Meth. But we're never going to kick it, right?
Never.
It's a brand name. It means something to the people. No, but Lions, give me the X's and O's, though, D-Mac. How are they going to win this football game? Because I know we're walking into this scared, not because the Vikings are some terror. It's just they were so bad on Monday night. And the primetime players, and look, Justin Jefferson, you guys know my thoughts on him. I think he is in the discussion to be the best wide receiver in the National Football League. He did not have a good game, and he looked unhappy about it. We're walking into this one scared, aren't we?
What's the conversation in Minnesota's locker room between either the players or the coaches or whatever during practice, Terry? What are they saying? What's Jefferson saying? What are all the top stars play? Dalvin Cook. We know Kirk Cousins.
They should be pissed off.
2-10, right? So you say, "Give me the ball, give me the ball." They're going back home. Like you would expect, whatever they were supposed to do in the Monday night game, they're going to throw at Detroit also with whatever game plan they have on Detroit.
And if I'm Justin Jefferson, I'm saying I want Jeff Okudah. Y'all talking all this smack in Detroit.
I don't think he cares.
I don't think Jefferson
he
even cares.
But I think the point is you want to go after somebody's best.
No question. Paul Thomas says, I want Amon-Ra to have a game and then talk more noise on Monday. Paul, we all want that. I love that, man.
Hey, did anybody look? I wonder if Sam Flannel looked ahead to see who on the roster, if there was a receiver drafted on Minnesota that went ahead of Amon-Ra St. Brown. And so
and there may not have been, but what St. Brown is saying, no, you didn't draft a receiver ahead of me, but you didn't draft me. So he's taking it to the next level.
Now it's more against the team than it is calling out a player. And can I speak on this? Because I was with Isaiah Thomas last night, and I brought up the fact that you and I had the conversation yesterday about Amon-Ra St. Brown's mentality is more of an Isaiah Thomas mentality, and from Isaiah Thomas's mouth, the man himself, he said absolutely. That's it. We said, like, when you said that Isaiah knew everybody that was drafted ahead of him by name and stuff like this, and he said, I absolutely did, and he liked the comparison. So I thought that was cool to get it from the man
other
himself.
thing, I don't know if you talked about this, but he hated the fact that Jack McCloskey would draft
guards. Yeah.
Hey, he said, I'm still here, and I'm still good.
When are we getting Isaiah on the show? I want to have a discussion with him.
I was going to ask you, when is the proper time to have him on?
Whenever is good for Isaiah Thomas, the GOAT.
Okay. I will ask him.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask your boy Grant Hill also.
That's fine. We can talk about I'll talk to Grant Hill.
Awesome.
Yeah, we can talk about that. I want to have a real conversation with Isaiah. Like, why is he overlooked? In his opinion, why does he think he's overlooked? Because he is.
Right.
He is overlooked.
Because he's more of a does it his way than the norm.
That, and he was a little fella. And Isaiah says he wasn't supposed to happen. Or at least the Pistons
he wasn't.
Were not supposed to happen.
Right. They weren't
supposed to go from.
But you know what? They did.
That's true. But
they did it right in the right. And I'm not trying to hijack the topic, but they did it right in the middle of the Magic Jordan thing too.
I know, but in order for the Pistons to happen, Isaiah Thomas had to be an asshole.
Right.
First of all, he had to get a franchise to believe it could win championships because the Pistons didn't believe that. That wasn't their main goal. So he had to change the mindset of a franchise.
And that's why I love that man, because it was more than being a good player.
Right.
He did it all.
Then he had to tell Michael Jordan, "It ain't your turn yet."
Right.
Not yet.
That's why I love. That's why he is probably my favorite Detroit sports athlete of all time, because he did everything. He changed the franchise. He changed the city. We got to get him on.
That's a dude who doesn't age either.
I know, right?
He don't age. And watching him take pictures yesterday, that smile, man. He got that smile.
On our WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Joey 2 times says, Big Boy has a breakfast buffet. All the other data is irrelevant. And that's a fair point. You know, it is loaded fry season, as you say. We've been working them over right now. The big gym, everything is out here. Everything. T-Foss has the onion rings over there,
and one's got one or two have your name on it.
I know, and I'm bitter that I'm wired up.
I apologize. I guess I was eating with my mouth open, so I got the nacho seafood. instead. So
yeah, and it's one of those things too. This is pretty funny. Epic says it's like you guys have X-ray taste buds. It's weird AF. So Epic's tasting the fries, I guess you could say. But yeah, it's just I'm wondering how the Lions pull this off. Like from an X's and O's perspective. We know the players for Minnesota. The Lions have had success against it, but we know the weaknesses for the Lions. And I think that's part of it too, because if they do win this game, then that means they had some kind of control of the wide receivers for the Vikings, which is the biggest deficiency of this team. Let's just be real about what that is. If they do win this game, then that secondary will have showed out. I think, is that a safe assumption?
But I also think that
to some degree
they can't do that unless they control Dalvin Cook. So, because if he's rolling, then they can't focus as much on the wide receivers, and then they'll go to town. But I think the key, even though the defense hasn't been good, the key is going to be a continuation of that offensive line to not only play well, but they're schematically, the Lions' offensive line has defenses confused. They're not just playing well, but they're doing little things that guys are like, okay, we don't know what's happening here. So I think that's going to be a key, and that's going to be a key is in Minnesota, excuse me, figure out what the Lions are doing schematically on the offensive line.
Yeah,
and that's going to be a key.
If they can continue to your point, what I really liked is they didn't have the scores, then the 3 and outs and stuff like this. They moved the ball. They controlled more of the clock with the offensive line. It seems that continuity that we expected, how good they can be, and they haven't even shown a healthy front yet, right? So is Ragnow expected to play this week? Are we expecting him?
Yes.
So again, you would expect them to be even better because
he has been practicing
because of his pedigree. If he's in there, right? That's not always the case, but you would expect that because he's your Pro Bowler.
Well, they're going to run the football because Penei Sewell's there.
Right.
They've been running the football ever since he showed up. You guys know Penei Sewell is tracking to be one of my favorites of all time too.
One of your guys.
Yeah, that is because it changed when he showed up. It changed.
That's why he already got his coat in the shop.
Do it now. Save money on material.
You know what won me with Penei Sewell? It was early on when he told Aaron Donald, "I'm not your bitch."
100%. After he did it to Nick Bosa 2 weeks before that.
Right.
Like he showed up and he was like, "Hey, I don't know about all you guys, but this ain't where I live. Like this, we ain't doing this here. That man's not playing me."
I grew up poor on the island. I'm hungry, so you're not taking my money away from me.
Yeah, there is no doubt about it. On the WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Kane Shane says, "Can somebody take a bite of their burger already?" Damn. Well, I have the mic. I'm all wired up right now, and I can't right now.
And I got the read.
Yeah, but I'm going to. I'm going to. I can't do it now like on the show. Got the hands. We got everything going on with the reads. I fine. All right.
You want me to?
Neal doesn't like to have glop on his on his mouth.
A mess,
that's what the deal is.
But I'll do it.
He's kind of a prissy and neat. Oh, that's a big bite though.
Oh yeah, that was definitely
a man's bite.
Mr. Accountability over here says that was definitely
nothing better than a big boy burger, man.
Was that a Big Jim?
Yeah. There's nothing better than a big boy burger. And the Big Jim has the ham on there, too.
You know where you can go after you eat that? If you need to get a haircut, go to Lady Jane's. Award-winning haircut experience. You know it. And remember, it's the last month to register to win the car of your dreams from Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac. Lady Jane's haircut for men. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. No appointment necessary. It's wicked awesome.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
It's Sean Jordan from the Sports Marketing Agency, and SMA wouldn't be who we are without our amazing partners.
Thank you so much, Sean. At Detroit Wayne, we want to serve as a resource for you and your families. We offer mental health services, substance use disorder services throughout our communities, and we want to be that source and resource within the community.
If you or a loved one are suffering from a mental health or substance abuse issue, please don't hesitate to call 1-800-241-4949.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Neal Ruhl here for oddstrader.com, the number one site for all of your game day betting activity. Yes, they have play-by-play updates, live scoring updates. Yes, that's fine. That's cool. You need those things. But what I like the best, and I use it, and I'll be using it later when we talk about, the Get Right special, because I got to go shopping for the lines because I'm not giving anything away, and you shouldn't either. Oddstrader.com. They give you the price that's the best available price from every sports book. You can customize a list to have just the ones that you have accounts with. You're not wasting time going back and forth on your phone. Duh. Time is money, especially in the sports betting game. Go to oddstrader.com right now and find your best bet. Back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, Terry Foster, and his onion rings. Stick Sam Flannel out here on site. They are the boots on the ground. Live at Big Boy, the Big Gym, the loaded fries. We're getting deep.
I'm waiting for napkins. I can't dig into that without napkins.
No,
I got a quick.
Oh no, D-Mac, come on.
No.
Oh, go in there, have a bite. Come on.
No, you're much better prepared than I am. Quick question coming out of Odds Trader. Did you notice that the Pistons playoff odds went from plus 3,000 to plus 900 with the trade? So Vegas is looking to the fact that this deal for Bogdanović is a pretty big deal. This tells me.
Oh, there.
Do you make anything of it? Thank you, Stickler.
Look, you got to dab it a little bit. No, I did see that. Again, going back to it, Terry, that's a little aggressive to me. That wave of money coming in on Pistons to make the playoffs.
This is not a minor move. When we first heard about it, I think a lot of people thought it was a minor move. This is a guy that averages 18 points a game. Now, he won't average 18 here because I think they'll spread it around. But he's a perfect complement for two guards who want to penetrate and then look for an open man. He's going to get a lot of looks because you're going to focus on Cunningham. You're going to focus on Jay Ivey because the mentality, at least at the beginning, is the only way we can lose with the Pistons is if Cade Cunningham and or Jay Ivey go off. The rest of them, we're not going to worry about him that much. And this man, that's going to play right into this man's hands. Open threes, this percentage might go up 2-3%. Who knows?
Yeah, but the thing is, as I looked down and took a look at some of the film and talked to some of the people around the circles, T-Foss, you're in those same circles. The defensive rating, you know what I'm saying? Like in terms of at some point, the Pistons are going to have to stop people to win games,
True.
Right? That to make the playoffs. And look, I get a lot of the same vibes with the Pistons that I get with the Lions. Love the cap space situation. After next year, they got $60 million-ish in cap space. They're ready to rock. And I know, again, it's a lot like I know we want to go, and I have big-time belief in the direction of the franchise. I think people are just getting a little ahead of themselves with the Pistons this particular season. But that's just me.
Probably, but, people are excited. And, it goes back to the Lions. The Lions haven't done anything like forever. But we forget the Pistons haven't won a playoff game in over a decade. And I'm talking about not a series, a game. They haven't won a game.
That is a wild stat. On our WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Ethan Brown, people are sleeping on Big Boy. You get a lot for your money there. There are a lot of Big Boy fans in the chat thread today. So, it is. It's just, for me, I think people are getting a little aggressive. But, that's fine. Again, that speaks to the narrative, D-Mac. When you have the ability to do these things, you can do them.
That's all it is.
And that's all it is.
Conversation.
Be in the conversation, man. And I do.
Fairly aggressive. I think that's a great take.
Yeah. You know what else?
It might be a little aggressive.
New. We think new means better and exciting. And when you look at the Pistons, what Troy Weaver's done, the Pistons are always, it's like a new team all the time.
Right.
Because he's bringing in different people and put them in important roles. 3 years ago or 2 years ago, you didn't have Cade Cunningham. You didn't have Jaden Ivey. Now they're at the top of the totem pole, and now you bring in a guy who can shoot. A lot of the old pieces who were making too much money, and Neal, that to your point, are gone now.
But you don't care about that. You probably wanted those people back, right, T-Foss? Because you don't care about money.
No, I care about it. I just don't want to talk about it every day. That's all.
DB Coop on the Woodward Sports chat thread. Someone call Big Boy, tell him to nonchalantly walk a bag of candy corn to Neal. I'll get up and walk out of here if that happens. I instantly will do that. Patty Grimes says, I need to come to the Big Boy up in Grand Blanc. I'll go to Big Boy, any Big Boy you want.
I've been to the Big Boy in Grand Blanc.
Really?
Yes. Going up north, had the kids. So we stopped there.
How was your experience?
It was good. They were cool. And, I've been there twice because there's a guy named Dean Howe used to cover the Pistons with me. He lived in Flint. And he said, let's go to the Big Boy. And I said, where is it? He says, in Grand Blanc. And I'm like, no, that's too far away. And it wasn't that far away. So I've been there a couple times.
Kevin in Muskegon says, don't forget to tip your waitress. But, just turning back to the Lions-Vikings discussion, because the overriding theme I'm seeing when we discuss X's and O's and how do they do it, the overriding theme that I'm seeing, D-Mac, is it's all going to come down to pressure.
Right.
Pressure from the defensive line, because obviously that helps out your secondary, where is your perceived weakness. But through all that, Aiden Hutchinson hasn't practiced this week. And the report is it's a deep thigh contusion. I put a little more into that because he's a rookie than I might if it was a vet. If it was a Charles Harris or something like that. I put a little more into it because every day of scheming, every day of instituting the game plan, every day of education, let's be real. Right. Every day of education for Aiden Hutchinson is big. What's your DEFCON meter with Aiden Hutchinson right now?
Well, I mean, obviously they're keeping him out to put him in the best position to play, but you need to be in there getting reps in practice, like you said, with the scheme and stuff like that. Now he's talented enough to still be effective if he's not injured or hurt. To what degree, we don't know. But Terry nailed the whole game. It's Dalvin Cook. First, you got to control him. Can you stop him so they can't use the aerial assault as effectively? And what did you learn last week from Philadelphia, our boy Big Play Slade, stuff like this, is that when you can shut down their run, if you can disrupt some of their passing, because Kirk Cousins, we don't know which Kirk Cousins. He's like Jekyll and Hyde, right? Which one are you going to get? Now, you'd assume he's playing at home. He's going to be more comfortable. You're going to get a better version of him, and he's known to bounce back from bad games. So it all starts, Can the linebackers stop the run? Can the defense as a unit keep Minnesota out of the end zone? It's down to the more bend but don't break. But we're going to find out a lot of things sitting here Monday. A lot of questions will be answered.
Okay, and just getting some updates here through the land of Twitter right before we went on the air. I'm seeing it here from Danny Rogers that Aiden Hutchinson will practice today, as a matter of fact. So that is big. Ragnow will be in practice as well. DeAndre Swift continuing to monitor and be smart with. And I get the feeling that's how it's going to operate.
But let me, and maybe this is a Dan Campbell thing where he's like, I don't like the way you look. I'm not going to practice you on Wednesday or Thursday. And I'm fine with that. And the other thing, on the flip, you were saying that, well, a rookie needs more repetition or, stuff. But on the flip, young guys heal quicker. So, you sit Aiden Hutchinson down for one day. Next day, he's like, all right, I'm ready to go. What's up?
To your point, you're not as worried about DeAndre Swift missing because you know what he needs to do, whereas Hutchinson, it makes you feel better, right? That's the perfect. Bingo. If you're going to have one in there and one out, that's the way you want it. So to Terry's point, what do you always say, Neal? Both things can be true.
Both things can be true.
But I think a question that somebody,
all three
one
can
of the
be
beat
true.
writers need to ask Dan Campbell is your philosophy to sit guys in the middle of the week if they don't look quite right, and is this something that we're going to have to deal with? On the flip, There's old school guys. If you can walk, you're practicing.
Yeah,
I don't give a damn. So it might be a Dan Campbell mentality to protect his players.
What about this? We talked about what if, and I have a couple more what if questions in the second hour. Kevin and Muskegon. Rodrigo against Cook in the hole.
So
that's a man's game there.
So you're gonna find out.
We gonna see.
We gonna see, right? Isn't that what you want?
100%.
I want to know. I want to see. Just like, right? Because and here's the thing: we've met Rodrigo, right? We've seen him. What you see is what you get, and you ask him right now, and he'll probably say, "Oh yes, please." Every time, meet me in the hole. Let's go. Let's see what I'm made of. Because that's what he's going to say. Well, if he's better than me, I'll know what I need to do.
It is Dalvin Cook, though.
That's what I mean.
I know.
Good, so
that got me excited under the table here a little bit.
Is that why the table moves? The table almost fell down.
You got to reinforce this desk.
I know we love Rodrigo, but it's Dalvin Cook. Be careful for what you wish for.
I know, but then you'll find out. Right? That's what you'd expect, right? I'd expect Cook to run him up, but then you would know what you have, and Rodrigo would know what he had, right? Like sometimes you need to. That's what I want.
I never even thought about that.
Because he can handle it, because Rodrigo's the one that would bounce. That's a wrestling mentality or whatever. You just see that fighter mentality. The fact that he has, he'll just figure out how to get better and stuff like that. So, and maybe not. Maybe the fact that Terry Foster just said Dalvin Cook would run you over in the hole, Rodrigo. I
don't want to see him plastered in the turf. That's all.
Oh, that's what he said.
I don't think we can handle that.
Okay. Real quickly here, D-Mac. Jeremy Anderson's USA's winning 4-1 after day one of the President's Cup. Day two just started. It's pretty entertaining golf. Jeremy, no, it's not, because half the best players in the world aren't playing.
But Canada's guys are playing.
Half the best players in the world aren't playing. So no, it's not pretty
golf, you like
golf.
Golf. It's competition. The outfits look good.
Well, I tell you what I do like.
Shirt. You wear a free golf shirt.
Oh, yeah, 1,000,000%. Plus, I'd be drinking some Cintron out there on the course. It's the official energy drink of the Red Wings. They've combined all three of their delicious flavors into one limited edition 6-pack sampler box. You can try Cintron's great tasting Cranberry, classic and sugar-free, all in one Red Wings themed pack. Go to CintronWorld.com/Red Wings. Training camp's going, everybody. The games are coming up soon. Exhibition game next week. Get energized with Cintron, and let's go Red Wings.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. Baby, talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the OddsTrader bet tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to OddsTrader, and best of luck.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
Neal Ruhl here for the Monroe Street Midway. And right now for this read, you can call me Mr. Flintstone because I'm going to tell you about Bedrock. In the Monroe Street Midway, you still have time to experience Detroit with roller skating, mini golf, art, live music, food trucks, and more. It's the last weekend, everybody. I know a lot of you like to wait till the last minute. Well, this is it. This is the last minute. So get on down to the Monroe Street Midway. It's a fun, safe environment for everybody, ages 1 to 100. Go to deckedoutdetroit.com. Again, deckedoutdetroit.com for more information. We'll see you at the Midway. Pulling up on the second hour of the show, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, Terry Foster, Sam Flannel, my guy Stick. Love running with Stick when he's out there on site. That is my guy, no question about it. But we have been talking a lot about the Detroit Lions. And, you know, I do kind of want to, let's do this. Let's hit the NFL as a whole. The next segment, we'll do the college football. And we'll do the picks. I'll get you right for the weekend and everything like that as well. You guys want to do a nickel package real quick?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. And, because we're out on site, I'll play the role of Sam Flannel on this one. NFL nickel package. It's a 5-pack of NFL questions. And we'll keep this one local. We've talked a lot about the Lions. D-Mac, can the Lions finish with a top 5 offense in the NFL this season?
You know what, I was thinking about that, and I think that might be they could. If the question is could they, if they consistently go with what they started, but I think that more realistically, top 10, right, would be something that I'd be happy with. So they could if they keep firing. And here's the thing: the availability and keeping everybody healthy. Right, that's what it is. So I think top 10 is more realistic. But they could, if you ask me, could they? Yeah, they could.
What say you, T-Foss? Can they be a top 5 offense?
If the offensive line stays healthy. If not, then no. But, I mean, they could. I mean, could and would are two different things. But I think it's all up to the offense. That offense goes with the offensive line. Because I don't trust Jared Goff to be the leader of that offense. I don't trust Hawkinson to be the leader of that offense now. But I do trust Swift and the offensive line in combo making things roll.
Speaking of Hawk, did you catch David Njoku's act last night? That's a top 5 tight end.
That's a mighty big man.
That's a top. That's how you show out. That's how you play the tight end position. Hey, sorry, man. He was dominant out there.
I like the fact he's targeted and he catches targets.
Yeah, it's really wild, isn't
crazy.
it? Yeah. Real quick, for me on there, can the Lions finish with a top 5 offense this season in the NFL? I don't think so. Let's reverse engineer it, D-Mac. Buffalo, Kansas City. Those are non-negotiables.
Yeah.
So you only got 3 spots left, so...
You got the Chargers out there.
So, you start working backward. Tua looks like he's off to a pretty good start.
Tua,
but do you trust Miami? That's the other thing.
I trust Tyreek Hill. And I trust Jalen Waddle. I trust one of the more accurate passers in the National Football League. One of the winningest percentage-wise quarterbacks in his entire career.
Tua guy. Let me shut my mouth.
Thank you. Thanks for being quiet. Second down.
Flannel found a headset.
T-Foss. Will the Raiders come back from an 0-2 hole?
And make the playoffs? No. I think that is a dysfunctional organization. I think they're still trying to recover from John Gruden. They will not recover from an 0-2. And plus, they're in a tough division, too. So my answer is no.
I say no, but it's interesting, right? Because the only reason is if David, we see her, Carr and Devontae Adams, if they can figure out some chemistry early, there's a way too. But you got to look at the AFC. It's a tough road. So I think the dysfunction Terry talked about is more prevalent, and what Gruden did is left in a bigger mark. So
put them in the NFC North, and yes, they can recover.
Yeah, they absolutely 100% agree. They're in the wrong division.
Yeah, and my snap reaction is no, like absolutely not. But they did get to the playoffs last year in that division that still featured the Chargers and the Chiefs. They did do it. And I'm not the big Russ Wilson truther that everybody else is.
I'm not either.
Like if you signed him 7 years ago, yeah, I'd be all on board with it. But with that being said, no, they still can't. It's still the Raiders. They had their year last year. It ain't going to repeat itself. Third down. D-Mac, are the Bengals a one-hit wonder?
No. Well, here's the thing. You just mean consistently. I think this year they're done. They're going to be done real soon because Joe Burrow's going to get injured again. But I think that they might be done this year, but watch out for them next year because if they ever find a way how to protect him, they'll be dangerous. With Jamar Chase, they showed what they could do. I think that you're not going to hear a hit for them in a year, but they'll be back next year. But I think they're pretty much done this year because I think Joe Burrow is going to get murdered, for lack of a better term, in the next few weeks.
Yeah, I agree with this
Just
young
like
man.
that-
It all
just
depends
like
on
a
your
burger.
definition of a one-hit wonder. You're talking about this year. I still think they don't know how to handle success. They made it to the Super Bowl. A lot of times that Super Bowl loser the next season, it's like you don't even recognize these guys. And I think that's what Cincinnati's going through right now. And you have to understand that playoff run last year, if you did that playoff all over again from last year with all these 3-point games and how close and how these games went teetered on one or two plays, you could have gotten, who knows, Buffalo and Green Bay, or maybe not Green Bay, but somebody else besides the Rams in the Super Bowl. It's crazy.
I don't think they're a one-hit wonder because you have Jamar Chase, and I know you're going to hate this, Terry, so I'll always qualify.
He doesn't
You
make
have
much
Jamar
money.
Chase and Joe Burrow for $16 million combined for the next 2 seasons.
So fix the rest of it because I agree.
Yeah, they will.
I agree with Jack and I love this term, hot garbage. Right, that old line is hot garbage.
No question, but it can be addressed, and
They have a way out.
And they did address. The concerning thing is they did address it to some degree in the offseason, but they ain't reaping no dividends from
correctly.
it yet.
They didn't address it correctly.
Right. 4th down. Who will finish the season with more passing yards? Justin Herbert or Josh Allen, D-Mac?
This is a good one, but I think the consistency that Josh Allen has shown, I think it's going to be closer than people think, but I got Josh Allen.
I'm a Josh Allen guy. So you could put him up against anybody. I'm still going to say Josh Allen. He's a very good passer, has good mobility. You still have to be concerned about him running, so that's going to allow him to continue passing at a high rate. So I'm a Josh Allen guy.
For me, it's going to be Josh Allen in that respect because this is, and guys, I know everyone's lathering up in the Bills lather. I know they are, that you can just hand them the Super Bowl title now. They can't run the ball reliably. They can't.
But Josh Allen can.
But
the rest of them cannot.
Is that the dude you want out there in those streets running that football? I don't.
I do.
Okay, man. well, why is it then? Well, like, why when we talk about it then with Lamar, it's just, oh, he's going to get hurt. But when Josh Allen does it, oh, he's a weapon. Let's do it.
I don't say that. That's y'all.
I'm just going by what I hear. I was told. That's what I was told.
You were not told that by me.
I was told.
You were told that by others. But I say let Lamar run more.
Let him cook, huh?
That's right.
5th down. D-Mac, can Aiden Hutchinson break the rookie sack record of 14.5 sacks? Butter up, D-Mac. Come on.
He could.
Get some of that chili right there.
No, not could
yeah.
he. Will he? How about that?
If he stays healthy, he will. If he plays 16 games. No,
Sam Flannel's beside himself right now.
Yes or no? I was appeasing you.
He called for 12.5 before the season started.
I guess 14.5 is a little much.
It's aggressive.
It's very aggressive. But I believe in the kid. If he stays healthy, if he gets out there, if he plays all the games, he's got an extra game. Who has the record?
He's on pace for having 30-something.
I will agree. Hey, guess what? I will agree it's rather aggressive. But just because I liked what he did last week, and I think until he shows me that it's not, he's laying down 3 a game, right?
What do you got?
So much has to go right
Yeah.
to get a record like that. I like Sam Flan's 12. So I'm going to stick with that. So I'm going to say no, he will not break the rookie sack record. And that's okay.
And that is okay because, like, you look at him. Great bounce back after the week 1. No question about it. We'll see how he bounces
and he learned.
This weekend. And he learned. He going to learn. Certainly he learned. So I don't want to be DMAC, and say, oh, he could. He could. He might.
Well, you asked the question, could. That's your fault.
14
Thank
and
you.
a half.
Thank you. Sorry, I was listening.
That's
T.
right.
Sorry, I was listening.
That's right.
It is. It's a bit aggressive. Hey, we're going to talk about some college football when we come back. But DMAC, the people, they need a guardian.
Well, they obviously do, and they know who I go to. They know who we all go to. Guardian Alarm keeps you safe, gives you peace of mind whether you're at home or on the road. Their 24/7 local monitoring makes sure what is important to you is safe. So if you want to be part of the Big D Energy Woodward Sports Network family, give them a call today, 1-800. That's 1-800. For peace of mind. So 137 straight days of flannel protection. I got the nod from the booth. Flannel's actually just what are you eating over there? That's unbelievable. Anyways, 1-800 stay out. Give them a call right now. Tell them Woodward Sports sent you.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Hey guys, Ribbit, Big Frog here for free Woodward Sports t-shirt, right? Get your free Woodward Sports t-shirt all month long at Big Frog and Novi. So stop by, tell them we sent you. They'll print you one up right on the spot. Go to Big Frog Novi today. Get your free t-shirt or visit them online at bigfrog.com/Novi.
Back at it, Big D Energy Woodward Sports Network. People are on one in our woodwardsports.com chat thread. Sam Flannel, people are handing out 3 sacks to Aiden Hutchinson this Sunday, and there are multiple people doing it.
Yes.
Why couldn't he?
Why can't he? Yes. Get that Cousins.
Why couldn't he?
Crush that Cousins.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. That's a bit aggressive. Let's Okay, so he's gonna have what, 51 sacks this year then?
No, they didn't say he's gonna have 3 sacks every game for the season. They're just saying he could have 3 sacks
in consecutive games. Okay.
Right.
All right. Fair. Live your best life.
We call that back-to-back hat tricks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, live your best life then. Okay. I've seen it. Nicholas Duncan says 5 on our woodwardsports.com chat thread.
5 in one game or 5 the rest of the year?
5 in one game. 5 on Sunday.
No.
DB Coop says, show us. So there is that one. There is that one as well. We played the what if game with the Lions, and I want to do it with college today. And we touched on it a little bit yesterday, but what if the Spartans lose, T-Foss? What if they lose to Minnesota?
That's dangerous.
I agree with you.
It's very dangerous because now the bare minimum you're supposed to do in college football is 8-4, and that would be threatened because you still have Penn State, who's better than we thought they were going to be, Ohio State and Michigan. Who else is good in the Big Ten?
Nobody.
So then they'll finish 8-4. There won't be heat on Mel Tucker, but some of the shine will be diminished. I don't think you lose. If you're in the East and you're serious, you don't lose to anybody in the West at home.
That's it.
It will impede the progress of everything that has gone, and they won't blow the tires off the vehicle. But like I said, it just what happens is everything that we see would be more smoke and mirrors, and they're behind further than they tell us that they are, or what we see.
And that's
what Terry nailed it to. To the BAM was the fact that you don't lose at home to the teams from the other conference.
And that's what it is for me. It's what it signifies. Does it mean that it's over, that the Mel Tucker era is a bust, that it's never going to happen for Michigan State? No, it doesn't mean that. But you know what it does? It's a bad look. It's a really bad look. And I think, look, it's not. It is a referendum game on the season, I think, for Michigan State, because those do come into play. But I think perceptually, they would do a lot of damage to themselves if they lost this football game. And I get that they're underdogs, but sometimes, man, you got to rise above that. And they need this win. Not in the standings, not to win the Big Ten championship, not for bowl position or anything like that. They need it for street cred, Terry.
They do, because you would be, we say same old Lions, you'd be the same old Michigan State. Back in the day, I used to joke, everyone would ask me, what's Michigan State going to finish this year? And I said, 6-6. I would say it every year. But this is a little bit of a step up. But now Michigan State has positioned itself to be one of the big boys. Now, being the big boy is not finishing 8-4. 8-4 is cute. That means you won all your non-conference games against the scrubs, and maybe you lost one. But then it means you beat all the teams you're supposed to, and maybe split against the better teams. And Michigan State would not accomplish that. Because if you're going to lose to Minnesota at home, you're going to lose to Ohio State, Michigan. You might beat Penn State. What do you do? Or you might lose to Penn State.
It does. It's just, to me, it does. Damn, you cannot lose to
Isn't
them,
it
man.
along the lines with the conversation we had last week about why the Lions had to beat the Commanders?
Mm-hmm. Right? It's exactly
the same. So they need to win. It's in the same ballpark, and
yes,
without breaking it all
family.
down. The same family, right? They're eating at the same family reunion. But what I'm saying is that we need to know, because it just furthers the progress, or how quickly. There's some in the chat say it might affect, recruiting, because it'll end up in the record that it is. But if you're supposed to be building and up this, then you win these games. Just like we were arguing.
15 years ago would have been okay. All right, you got rocked by Washington. You lost at home to Minnesota. So
but
what?
The Big Ten was different then.
It was different then, and Michigan State was different then too.
Right.
Michigan State was the cute little program that won 6 games and bought itself into the Hawaii Bowl.
The business community was not involved with Michigan State the way they are now.
Because Michigan State was paying its way into bowl games, because it wasn't sexy, wasn't respected. Yeah. Now you want to be respected, you want to be talked about with all the big boys. That means you got to beat Minnesota.
M. Karpoff08 in our WoodwardSports.com chat thread says, I don't even want to think of Michigan State losing. And I'm gathering that. Did you when we talked to Spence yesterday?
Dude.
The nonverbals, he's like, his words were saying, no, I still expect to win this game. And he gave you a bunch of word soup as to how they were going to do it.
No, he was
his tone, his
his
nonverbals were much different. And I think there is a lot of that right now with the Michigan State fans. And it's not the game. Losing this game to Minnesota doesn't sink you. It doesn't, it doesn't derail everything that you're doing. It doesn't undo all the good that you did last year. It doesn't do that. But the perception of losing to Minnesota does. And it is. And then I don't have the schedule right in front of me right now. But when you look down the road, I don't know, because they get cooked by Ohio State. You can deal with that. If Michigan finally beats them, you can deal with that if you're a Michigan State fan. But this one, man, with PJ Fleck and that Carnival Barker outfit he wears, and the as you said yesterday, the monkey holding the mug on his shoulder.
But you know what screwed Michigan State last year? It was not the loss to Ohio State. It was losing to Purdue. if they don't lose to Purdue, they could still win the Big Ten. So that was more damaging than Ohio State clocking them the way they did. So you just don't lose to these other teams, and you're fine.
Yeah. Epic says, I was told by Neal that Spence keeps it 100. He does. I mean, you know, he does. There is no doubt about it.
Yeah, but you shook him yesterday. Poor kid.
No, he was already shook. We just exposed the shookness.
The shookness.
He had the
absolutely.
rash. We just pulled it back.
Oh, look at that.
What'd you get there, Terry?
No, I'm still messing with this. I didn't get a sandwich.
It's not a sandwich. It's a hamburger.
It's a hamburger.
A hamburger is a sandwich.
No, it's not.
This is a sandwich.
That's a hamburger. That's one
sandwich
of the
has bread. Higher, Terry.
T-Foss.
Okay,
higher. Hold it up
this
higher.
This is bread, right?
No,
yes.
That's a bun.
This is meat.
No,
right?
that's
Terry,
a hamburger.
Stick needs you to play higher.
So
higher.
if I put
higher.
Yeah.
So if I put
there
ham,
you go. That's a
if
burger.
I replace the hamburger with ham, then it's a sandwich.
No, it's got a bun.
Yes.
It's a burger.
Yes.
So if I put
you do
turkey
that,
in here, that's a burger?
if you do that,
If it's a turkey burger,
No. A turkey burger has to be round and ground and put together.
but if it was
But
underneath the bun, then it's a turkey
Then
burger.
it's a turkey
and that's
burger.
not a turkey sandwich.
No. Guys, it's a turkey sandwich.
What? No, that's with
If
bread.
I put turkey and mayonnaise in this, it's a turkey sandwich.
No, that's yeah.
It's
yes, because you took the
in that
hamburger
way.
out of it.
Yeah, because there's no hamburger in there.
It's hamburger, Terry.
I know we call it a hamburger, but it's a sandwich.
No, it's not. It's a
So
hamburger.
you call it a hamburger
All right,
sandwich?
Don't you take a sandwich and pick it
Yeah,
up?
but with bread, not with a bun.
Hey,
The bun makes it a burger.
A bun is
Why do they
bread.
think they got places called buns and burgers?
Does McDonald's put on their
those
sign?
are strip joints, aren't they?
Does McDonald's on
Buns
their
and
sign
burgers.
put over 1 billion sandwiches served?
No, and they don't put 1 billion hamburgers served. They say 1 billion served. Hello?
No.
Right, but they say hamburger on the sign.
Right. McDonald's
actually,
hamburgers, not
that
McDonald's
sign-
sandwiches. Thank you, D-Mac.
That's not a sandwich. That's a bun.
Come on, T-Foss.
It's a hamburger is a sandwich.
No, it's not.
Is this a
You guys are amazing.
Is this
what about a
A's
hot
thing?
dog?
What about a hot dog?
Is that a sandwich? You
No.
gotta
It's
say
a
no.
hot dog.
It's a hot dog inside of a hot dog bun.
But it's a sandwich. You pick it up. It's got bread. You eat
You call
it.
that a hot dog sandwich?
I don't call it that, but it is
Thank you.
that.
No, it's not because you don't call it that.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's not even recognized as that.
That was the funniest
In my
part.
world, it's a
Thank you.
sandwich.
Okay, and then live in your world. We'll live in reality. You live in T-Foss land.
All right. I drive an SUV. Do you know what I call it? A car. It's not a car.
Right.
It's a truck. But we never refer to it as a truck, so.
No, I get it, but you'd be confused because if you ask me for a hamburger sandwich, I'm putting bread. I'm putting a burger on bread, not on the bun.
It's just something we don't call. We don't call everything in this world what they really are.
But wait, that doesn't make sense
Like,
because
we don't call a hamburger.
If this is a chicken burger,
And look,
anyway,
Mark Walston, and we have it
Thank
up there
God
right
it's a
now. We have
Friday.
it up there right now in the WoodwardSports.com chat. Is a hamburger a sandwich? The only correct answer is no. Mark Walston put the definition of a sandwich in the chat thread as well.
What is it?
It's an item of food consisting of 2 pieces of bread with meat, cheese, or other filling between them, eaten as a light meal. But Mark, not hamburger. When hamburger exits between the bread.
But no, that's your own damn rule.
No.
He just said
it's a hamburger, Terry.
Oh my Lord!
And the key ingredient for the hamburger is the burger. Once you take the burger out and put something else, then it's a sandwich. Until that time, it's a hamburger.
So I can put any piece of meat in between this,
and it's a sandwich.
But if I
other
put
than hamburger,
it's not a sandwich.
Yeah, then it stops becoming a hamburger. Isn't that crazy? I know that's a crazy thought, T-Foss. Once you take the hamburger out of the bread, it's no longer a hamburger because the hamburger's not there anymore.
It's still a sandwich, Neal.
The hamburger's not there anymore, so then it becomes a sandwich. Once hamburger leaves the chat, it's no longer a hamburger chat.
Unbelievable. And you're an educated man, too.
Learned. A learned man. Absolutely.
Look, Neal's has
man.
a hamburger and meat on it also, and it's
but
still
the
a
presence
burger.
of hamburger makes it a hamburger. If I look, Terry, see, okay, see, we have it right here. We have the ham on here, right? Because it's the Big Jim. There's ham and burger. So guess what? I do this. It's a burger. Well, because I took that. Now I'm taking the burger out.
Watch.
Now I'm putting the ham.
Sandwich.
Now it's a ham sandwich.
Yeah. See how he just did that? No, you can only do that at Big Boy.
What happened to this the second the hamburger was taken off? It became a sandwich, a ham sandwich. Can we go back to sports now, please?
Okay. I'm still eating
Are
my
we
sandwich.
done with the foolishness? Can we go back to sport? Can we talk football?
Yes.
Do you have any other things you'd like me to solve for you, Terry?
No, I'm just going to eat a bite of my sandwich when you start rolling.
Not if there's hamburger in there. Don't defile one of the best hamburgers in the city of Detroit, too. The Big Boy. It's a Big Boy burger, not a Big Boy sandwich.
No, it's a Big Boy. Nobody calls it a Big Boy burger. They call it the Big Boy.
Would you like this ham sandwich here, Terry?
No, I'm good with my
hamburger.
I like
You're
my,
good with the hamburger you
I
have.
like my hamburger sandwich.
Okay. Neal Ruhl here for Big Boy Hamburgers, the best hamburgers in the game. And you know what else? The sandwiches are pretty damn good, too, because you can do it both ways. You can get the Big Jim, and then you can take the burger out and enjoy it as a ham sandwich. Or you can put the burger back in, and it becomes a burger. The chili cheese. Look it on your screen right now. The chili cheese burger. The bacon blue burger. No chili cheese sandwiches or no bacon blue sandwiches. It's burgers and loaded fries at Big Boy. They know. They're not like Terry Foster. They know it's burger season. It's loaded fry season right here at Big Boy. We're live in Rochester. People out here are awesome. You guys know it. Big Boy. It's a Detroit institution, everybody.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
For a limited time only, all new burgers and loaded fries at Big Boy. It's not a Slim Jim, it's the Big Jim. The chili cheese is such a tease. Guess what else is new? The bacon blue. How about upgrading those fries? Chili cheese fries, baked potato fries, nacho fries. What will it be? Satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
Neal Ruhl here for Chili Peppers Tanning, where you can join the Pepper Club, get access to all the best deals, take a look at the unlimited tanning options as well, and they'll beat all the competitors' pricing by at least $5. Chili Peppers Tanning has the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, and the darkest hands. Go to chilipepperstanning.com. Find out which one of their 26 Metro Detroit locations, more on the way, by the way, works best for you. It's Chili Peppers Tanning.
Hollywood brings up a great point in the chat. How would you order a BLT? You wouldn't, if you ordered a BLT sandwich, you wouldn't order a BLT burger if you wanted a BLT burger, right?
No, I don't order a BLT sandwich. I order a BLT, period.
Right, but if you wanted a BLT burger, because there's such a thing too.
Because there's no hamburger in it.
No, but if you added the burger, it'd be a burger.
It would still be a BLT with a hamburger sandwich.
Woodward Sports.
Damn.
Woodwardsports.com chat poll is a hamburger sandwich. 66% of you say yes, and 66% of you are, I'll die on this hill. I will absolutely die on this hill. because if you can choose to ignore common sense all you want. That's on you. I can only control me. D-Mac can only control himself. But if you guys want to be wrong, then feel free to be wrong because
You're
you
not
are.
wrong.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Because it becomes a sandwich the second you take hamburger out of it. And then the second you put a hamburger in it, it becomes a hamburger. You can't. It's physics.
It's not physics.
Yes, it is.
That's your own little world.
The structural molecular compound of the whole thing becomes a burger once hamburger's in there.
Even
It's
the
really
definition
weird.
in the dictionary said a hamburger is a sandwich.
No.
It just
That-
said
you're-
meat,
no,
cheese,
it doesn't
whatever.
say that.
said-
You're implying that.
No, it said if you put
you're
meat-
implying that.
I don't deal in rumors and innuendos.
What is facts, D-Mac? It's truth without
Truth
emotion.
without emotion.
There it is.
Just because you don't like it.
Doughboy Steve says, Neal, you're sounding like Easy with the bad takes. EA. Oh.
Why you swing so low on a Friday, bro? That's not even called for. Come on.
Just a couple minutes, we'll be joined by Ryan Poulter from Feldman Chevrolet. We have our week number 1 of our Feldman Chevrolet Pigskin Pick'em Cup between us three and Ryan. He'll give his picks, we'll give our picks, and we'll keep track of them all season long. And then when it's all over, the winner gets the trophy. But until then, real quick, T-Foss, Maryland, Michigan. Michigan a 17-point favorite, depending on where you shop at oddstrader.com. I know people are hyping up this Maryland offense and stuff like this, but the whole time Talia's been there, this has been what Maryland's done. They rack up numbers when they play SMU and stuff like that. Right. Michigan plays them. Michigan beats them by 60, and everybody moves on. But the time, I'm not falling for that, and I'm not giving you guys that. Because I saw earlier in the chat someone says Michigan. It looks like Michigan's going to stop playing high schools this week. No, it's more of a Texas high school. But
how about
still
a junior college?
Yeah, what JUCO, whatever you want to call it. It's just I'm not buying into this at all. I don't believe in Maryland at all. I know they're cute and I know they're fun, and normally they're the kind of team I like that goes out there and scores a bunch of points. T-Foss, this isn't real. Michigan will beat these guys by 50.
Well, but Maryland is going to put some points up there. So Michigan's going to have to score 70 points or 60-something. So I think, Michigan will beat them handily. But 17 points, Michigan can cover that.
Oh,
because, here, I know we've had friction today. Here, I'm going to kiss your ass for a minute.
Okay, please.
Neal always says, Iowa's. I agree. Purdue's.
They do.
And Maryland's. So, bam.
Yeah, by the way, speaking of the Big Ten, like we were talking about the Big Ten, the other side of the Big Ten, Rutgers is playing Iowa this weekend, and the over-under is 34.
Shut up.
34 in a college game.
Are people going there to go to sleep?
It's a night game, so maybe it's a sleep therapy sponsorship for the stadium. I don't know.
I bet you when the Iowa fans turn around to wave at the little kids in the hospital, they'll tell them to go to hell. We don't want to see this stupid game.
Well, hey, maybe.
What is the stat line of that game?
Real quickly, let's welcome in. We've been talking about the Pigskin Pick'em Feldman Chevrolet Cup. I've given you the parameters of how things are going to go on, and right now we go to our line. We have Ryan Poulter. He's the sales manager at Feldman Chevrolet in Novi, which we will be broadcasting from live on Monday. And Ryan, we're excited to get this thing going. We're going to have a trophy. We're going to have a cup. So let's get it started, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well, guys. How you guys doing?
Oh, pretty good. Everybody's smashing hamburgers, not sandwiches. They're hamburgers because there's hamburger meat inside there. But, Ryan, how this works, the three of us competing with you, there's 4 of us doing this. We're going to keep track of the picks all season long, and the winner gets a trophy, right?
Hey, yeah, absolutely. And there's one thing that I don't have in my vocabulary. There's one word, and that's lose. So.
Well, I'm going to have to introduce you to that word. We've been talking about the definition of burgers and sandwiches. No, but Ryan, I would like to give you the floor. How this works is we each pick 3 games. We come up with the games, the consensus line for them. You submit yours. We'll get ours on the other side of the break. But Ryan, the stage is yours right now. Break it down for us. Who you got and why?
All right, so we have a showroom full of people that do some picks. So Where we're starting off is Florida at Tennessee, and the spread's 10.5. Florida's getting 10.5 points. We're taking Florida plus 10.5, and the reason is Florida's 1-1 against ranked opponents this year. The only loss is to Tennessee, and it was less than 10 points. Tennessee has had some blowouts, yeah, but they haven't been against ranked opponents, So Pitt was the only ranked opponent, and the game was within 7 points. So this is a lock, guaranteed, Florida plus 10.5. Next one, we're going Homer style. The next two we're going Homer style. We got Maryland at Michigan, and let me tell you something. We're going